Good morning. I'm just checking the connection. Okay. All right. It says we are live. All right. So, good morning, everyone. Hope you've had a great weekend. This happens to be the second video under my series Akki Vani. I intend coming online every day from Monday to Friday between 10 to 10:30. We'll keep time fixed. I will fix the time for Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Why did I say 10:30? Is because at times there are some technical glitches, so you need some buffer. But as far as possible, I will ensure I come online every day, Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. As you can see, today's topic is imposter syndrome. Now, as a mindset strategist and a catalyst, I help people embrace their self worth and enable them to take transformative action towards achieving their goals, achieving transformational growth through their lives calling. Now, when I started off Samaksh in 2021, I focused on overall well being, mainly focusing on helping people overcome their anxiety. Through my own experience with anxiety and my experience with dealing with people, I realized that anxiety is often a result of us not being our authentic selves. So, since 2021 to 2022 or 23, start of 23, I mainly focused on helping people overcome their anxiety, helping people manage emotional well being. And again, throughout these years, what I've realized is the basic problem, the root cause of all our issues lie, lies with our self worth. Right? It's about understanding our true selves. And that happens only when you know who you are. It happens only when you start believing in your capability. And imposter syndrome is something that most people on this planet experience at least once in their lifetime. In fact, there has been research where people have said that more than 70 to 75% of the people globally suffer from imposter syndrome. So, what is imposter syndrome? It's very simple, guys. Imposter syndrome is us telling ourselves that we are not good enough. It follows the basic life position of I am not okay, but you're okay. And again, the root cause of imposter syndrome lies in our feelings of inadequacy. We feel inadequate, which is again a result of constant criticism from people around you since your childhood. अब सब कुछ जो है वो आपके बचपन से ही है. Everything in our lives is a result of our early life experiences. Now, let me share my story. Now, as a child, I've been compared to quite a few people around me. My teachers often compared me to my friends. And that is where the problem lies. Because when you compare someone to someone else, you are in a way disrespecting that person's individuality. As a child, you wouldn't know what's happening. But as you start growing, you grow with those feelings of inadequacies, those feelings of being not good enough. But you know what? We are here to understand what has been holding us back. We are not here to blame our teachers. We are not here to blame our parents. So, in my case, I kept comparing myself to others even when I moved into the corporate world. Because I did not believe in myself, the people around me didn't believe in me. And why would they? When my supervisors asked me to present something in front of the entire company, I would freeze. My supervisors were very supportive. They knew I had the capabilities, they tried their best. But you know what? When you've already decided that you are good for nothing, you will prove it. You will make it a point to prove that you're not good at it. And then you will end up cursing yourself, you will end up cursing the world. You may be an expert in whatever you do, be it sales, be it strategy, customer experience, human resources. But when you don't know who you are, when you don't know your capabilities, how will you present your true self to the world when you've not seen your true self? So, imposter syndrome, the signs of imposter syndrome, or I call it the imposter, you will often question every action that you take. You will question your decisions. And the people around you will also question you. They will question your actions because you've been questioning yourself here. You will experience a deep rooted fear of failure. You'll be confident in presenting your sales pitch to your clients, to your supervisors. While you're presenting, you will question if whatever you're saying is making sense to the person sitting in front of you. And that is where you will lose out of that pitch. अगर आप खुद कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो तो आप कॉन्फिडेंटली उस पिच को कैसे सेल कर पाओगे? नहीं कर पाओगे आप. Today we're not going to talk about how do you overcome imposter syndrome. That is something we'll touch upon tomorrow. I had friends who would question me. Like I remember this instance when I was happy to tell them that I've started learning Japanese. One of the friends who's currently in the United States, he's a dear friend's brother. For some reason, he never liked me. He would often put me down. He would demean me. He said, "Why are you learning Japanese? तेरे को कोई job नहीं देगा. You will never get any job, Akshay, because you are good for nothing. You're worthless. You're a failure." When he said that, I felt bad, but I couldn't answer him. I couldn't back answer him. Why? Because I never believed in myself. बचपन से मुझे मेरे घर के फैमिली मेंबर्स, कुछ फैमिली मेंबर्स थे, मेरे टीचर्स थे, हमेशा कंपेयर करते थे दूसरों. I never questioned them. There was another instance where I was heading customer experience in my ex company, and I was also heading one of the teams for people management. Not completely. I wasn't managing the vertical as such. I was only managing in the absence of a head. So the team members approached the CEO saying, "Why don't you make Akshay the head of the vertical?" So my ex-boss said, "I cannot do that because Akshay is weak." He said that. Obviously, I was shocked, but I never questioned him. I accepted the fact that I was weak. Now, when I reflect back, I could have walked into his cabin and I could have asked him, I agree with you. I am not ready at this point of time. What are my gaps? How do I work towards filling those gaps? Because tomorrow I want to head a vertical, I want to head a company. How do I do that? I lived with that thought that Akshay is weak. Now, when you accept that you're weak, when you accept that you're good for nothing, that is when you move around in the world wearing a mask. So, being an imposter or suffering from imposter syndrome is wearing a mask. You're actually not living your true potential. कंपनी में हम परफॉर्मेंस पोटेंशियल तो करते हैं पोटेंशियल को ज्यादा कोई डिफाइन नहीं कर पाता बट पोटेंशियल इज नोइंग योर ओन कैपेबिलिटीज you may be capable of running a vertical you may be capable of running a company but your own self doubt is what is pulling you back and making you believe that you cannot do anything you cannot achieve things without asking for help from others and which is why you rely on external validation. So imposter syndrome के साइंस है self doubt, fear of failure, perfectionism. You're not ready to send out the output unless and until you're satisfied because you want to make it the best, the most perfect output you've ever given. That is imposter syndrome, ladies and gentlemen. You often compare yourselves to others. You're not accepting that you have a fear of failure, or at times you may accept it, but you don't want to act on it. So, when you know that you have a fear of failure, when you know that you're not confident enough, but when others say that, oh, you need to be more confident, you are often holding yourself back from listening to that feedback. You consider feedback as criticism. That is also a sign of imposter syndrome. You will often find yourself giving or often find yourself asking questions about all the actions that you've taken so far. You will keep procrastinating, right? You will continue feeling overwhelmed. Now, all these are signs of imposter syndrome. बट वो क्या है ना कि जब तक वो एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं आता कि बॉस आई नीड हेल्प जब तक वो एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं आता कि ठीक है at this point of time I'm an average performer but I don't want to remain an average performer because that is not why I am here on this planet. I'm here for a purpose and आपका पर्पस भी आपको तभी मिलेगा जब आप खुद को ढूंढ पाएंगे. जब तक आप खुद को नहीं ढूंढ पाओगे आप कुछ और कर भी नहीं पाओगे. So, ladies and gentlemen, all I'm trying to say is reflect on your thoughts. Imposter syndrome. Let me repeat, imposter syndrome is a result of you questioning your actions, questioning every decision that you've taken so far. Imposter syndrome is not looking within yourself. Imposter syndrome is not seeking that validation from yourself, not enjoying or celebrating those small wins. We often look for big wins. या छोटी छोटी चीजों में भी सेलिब्रेट करना सीखो. हम ढूंढते रहते हैं आई वांट टू लिव इन द मोमेंट. व्हाट इज लिविंग इन द मोमेंट? इट इज allowing yourself to experience everything around you, experiencing everything that you're doing. That is living in the moment. फेलियर से डर लगता है तो आप एक्शन नहीं लेते हो. फियर से आपको फियर है, आपके दिमाग में है कि पीपल विल जज मी, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक एक्शन बट आई वांट टू ग्रो इन माय लाइफ. Growth happens only when you accept that you have a deep desire to grow. Growth happens only when you accept that failure is indeed your ladder, indeed your stepping stone to success. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to fail. जब आप उस एक्सेप्टेंस से ही रहोगे, उस एक्सेप्टेंस में ही रहोगे, तभी ही आप खुद को जान पाओगे. So your job in life is to believe in yourself. Your job in life is to believe in your capabilities. जब वो होगा, तब आप उस मास्क को निकाल पाओगे. So focus on removing that mask. Accept yourself for what you are. Accept yourself for who you are, and keep taking actions towards making a meaningful impact, towards creating that meaningful impact. That's all you need. Yeah. So as I said, every day, Monday to Friday, I'm going to be here. I'm going to talk about different things. Today was about understanding imposter syndrome. Tomorrow we'll talk about how do you overcome imposter syndrome. What are the steps that you need to take? Because life में विक्टिम जोन में रह के आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. दुनिया को ब्लेम करके, खुद को ब्लेम करके कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. I am not good enough. कुछ नहीं है बॉस. You are meant to take meaningful actions. You are meant to create a meaningful impact. और वो meaningful impact तभी ही possible होगा जब आप खुद को जान पाओगे. So कल के talk में we're going to talk about how do you overcome this imposter syndrome, steps that you need to take to believe in yourself every moment, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week. It's not just one action that you need to take. You need to take action every moment. और हम उसके बारे में कल बात करते हैं. Yeah. Thank you very much. If you have any questions on how do you bring in that awareness every day, feel free to reach out to me. And we'll help you. We'll focus on helping you move forward in the right direction. Because remember, it is your life, it is your purpose. So you need to accept yourself for who you are. You need to accept yourself for what you are. Keep moving forward on your life's path with complete dedication, commitment, prioritization, and most importantly, 100% belief in yourself and in your capabilities. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. Until then, keep following Samaksh Wellness. Follow me on LinkedIn and follow our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Samaksh Wellness, for more videos on this topic. And I'll see you tomorrow.